In 1986, the Swedish government passed an official law to protect a monster, a creature no one had ever caught, no one had ever photographed, no one had ever proven existed. That law lasted 19 years, until someone in 2002 officially requested a permit to collect the monster's eggs. The official reason: you cannot enforce a law that protects a creature science cannot confirm exists. But this story did not begin in 1986. It began here. This stone is 1,000 years old. It has never moved, never been touched, never disappeared. And these letters, carved into its surface, connected to that law in a way no one expected. One person connecting this stone to a monster at the bottom of a Swedish lake, and connecting 1,000 years of history to an official government law? How? But before I tell you, you need to know who placed this stone here and why. I'm Renas, and this is Renas Saga, where the stones remember what history forgot. Repperda, a small village in southern Sweden. If you pass by on the road, you probably wouldn't even notice it, but those who live here, they know. This land is not ordinary. This stone is named SM89, granite, 1,000 years in its original place, and carved into it is something you wouldn't expect, a Christian cross, but in the name of a pagan god. On the same stone, one man chose to bring two conflicting worlds together on a single stone that hasn't moved in 1,000 years. His name was Boe. His brother died, and he had nothing left to say except the stone. I placed the stone for my brother Torget. One sentence, 1,000 years, still here. Think about it. Who was Torget? What did he believe? What was he afraid of? Why did Boe choose to carve a Christian cross in the name of the pagan god Thor at the exact same time? Because he was standing between two worlds. The world of his ancestors was dying, and a new world he didn't quite understand yet. And the stone was his only decision, to keep them both together before one of them vanished forever. Exactly 50 meters from the stone lies his brother Torget, in the largest Iron Age cemetery in the area. 130 graves, some of them 5 centuries older than the stone itself. But Repperda hides something else, something that has nothing to do with the brothers, or the cemetery, or the cross. In this very forest, a legend was born, a legend about a man from this village, an ordinary man. He went out into the forest one day, and he didn't come back the same way he went, because in that forest he met Odin, the god of wisdom, the god of war, the god of secrets. And instead of being afraid, he stole from him something that cannot be stolen. His name was Kettil from Repperda, and what he did was documented by a clergyman in 1690. He stole 3 rune staves from Odin himself, staves holding the power of magic, binding and control. Odin came with 2 wolves to take them back. Kettil bound them. He came with a giant bull, crushing the trees of the forest. Kettil bound him. He came with a spirit from the deep sea. Kettil bound it. And the god of gods was forced to retreat. One man from a village no one knows forced Odin to surrender. And since that day he was named Kettil Runske. Kettil, the rune master. And this power of the runes, he didn't use it just once. He went to Lake Storsjön in northern Sweden, and there he found something in the depths, something that has terrified people for centuries, something with no name, something invisible. Kettil bound it to the bottom of the lake with a runestone, and he said, "It will not come out." This story was written in 1635, and since that day it has been reported more than 200 times by more than 500 different people, but no one has ever caught it. No one has ever proven it, as if something is still binding it. And in 1986, the Swedish government decided to take it seriously. The county of Jämtland passed an official law with a government seal and a number in the official records. It forbade killing the Storsjön Monster or harming it or taking its eggs. A real government, a real law to protect something that science cannot confirm exists. It lasted 19 years until someone in 2002 requested a permit to collect the monster's eggs. They refused. The court affirmed that the law could not be enforced, and in 2005 they officially abolished the law. The reason? You cannot enforce a law that protects a creature science cannot confirm exists. 1,000 years separated Bo and that law, but the thread is the same. A man carved letters on a stone to bind something invisible, and another man bound a monster at the bottom of a lake with those same letters, and a government passed a law because those letters are still doing something to our minds. 1,000 years have passed, and the runes are still binding, and this stone in Repperda was only the beginning. I believe that under every stone is a story, and behind every tree a tale. There is so much that hasn't been told yet. Next episode, a new stone, a new place, and a story you have never heard in your life. If you want to be there when it's told, you know what to do.